Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I'm going to talk about just not that long, just a little bit show of the progress of the homestead. So far three quarters of my potatoes have been harvested, and we're about 12 kilos of blue potatoes, and I was so afraid of it that it would not have worked because of the long drought that we had here in Belgium. But they are perhaps smaller, they are not the biggest potatoes, but at least I have now around 12 kilos so far, and which is three quarter of the harvest so far. So yeah, I'm very happy. Many people would say to this that yeah, it's only 12 kilos of potatoes. You can just buy them for $3.99 in the stores and even bigger, but that is not the point. You as a prepper, everything you make yourself, everything you produce yourself without outside sources is a victory. It's something you learned, it's a skill that you hone, it is something to be proud of, in my opinion. And also make this video not only as an update, but also to for all beginning preppers over there. If the first year's going to suck, you when I started to grow my first potatoes in my garden here, I started small and I failed a lot. But in failing a lot, I learned a lot about the mistakes that I had. Uh, for example, when there were times where there was too much heat, droughts. Some years were too wet because we had exceptionally wet summers a few years ago. Colorado beetles that ate the potato harvest. So anything can happen to destroy it. And also during Corona, my harvest failed because I had to work so many hours a day for 10 months that I had that I had not that I have been not been working so much in my garden, and the harvest failed again. So that is what I'm trying to tell you with this video. Actually, you can fail, but you still, even if you fail, you win at something by learning from your mistakes at least, or what you can do better. And it will also make you feel like I need to better myself, I need to learn better skills. It just helps you become a better man. What did I learn about this year about the potato harvest? I learned that my fertilizing concept was not up to point, but I've been experimenting with it, and to be honest, I'm very eager for next year's harvest. For example, this is just something that I let sit by with the regular ground that I have fertilized before, and there's only just a few weeds growing out of it because I'm letting it sit for the next season, growing season. But all these spots that you see here, I use my new fertilizer technique, and it is wild what is growing outside of it. These are perhaps just weeds because I'm letting the ground take up the nutrients, but holy shit, there's a lot of growing inside of it, in contrary to the ground that I used before. And if I'm going to use the fertilizing technique that I used on these pots for the potatoes next year, I will hope that it will be a booming season. What did I do otherwise? I made a mistake that I did not let compost become compost long enough. I didn't wait long enough, and I used compost that was not ready yet, and I used compost that was uh, what's the word, that was not divided enough. With this, I use some sort of a grinding mechanism so I can make the compost really small, and I can also make the ground looser with the grinding system. I will show you perhaps in another video, and that makes this fantastic fertilizer. And perhaps I will also use I don't have it around here, but a fertilizer mix made out of compost water. Uh, so this is the biggest thing that I learned this growing season, and yeah, I'm getting much better at it. I have all these blue potatoes right now that can feed me for quite a long time, to be honest. But the thing is, these are potatoes from last season, so I used the potato. So it's like a reinvestment. It is a reinvestment that keeps paying itself back. I don't need to go out and buy new potatoes to put into the ground. No, I use potatoes from my last harvest, and they are worked out uh, rather fine this year. Not too much, but it's adequate, I would say. And you, as a new prepper, beginning prepper perhaps, don't be discouraged. Is what I'm trying to say. Just try new techniques. Don't always, and perhaps this is a mistake of my part, but don't be too reliant on what other people say that you have to do. I am I've been experimenting a lot with my growing because every place is different. Every place will get different kind of rain, drought, soil is different. Perhaps what you get in fertilizer is different. Yeah, but the fertilizing that I get from my guinea pigs are such a great system for my vicious circle of gardening that I'm very happy with it. And yeah, that is a thing that I found out after many mistakes and trial and error, but it works. I'm now independent. I can independently grow my garden now without going to the shops and getting fertilizers. How to say this? Synthetic fertilizers, or have to buy seeds and that kind of stuff. So yeah, in I'm semi self-reliant, be able to be self-reliant in a way is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, this was just a video to encourage people to go out, experiment, learn, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes. That is the most important part, and just enjoy the process. And even if you, like I said, even if you fail, have the joy that you learned something, and if you have a victory, you will have some good fries. In my case, blue fries. And yeah, this was just a little rant of me and update perhaps. So bye and see you next video. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and see you next video.